This is such a great idea. You know, I mean, you took over before, right? Didn't you? After, you know, Sonny disappeared. After
yeah, but that was a different time, different circumstance.
I'm just saying, like, when he took over, you know, how'd he do? Were you happy with how he handled things?
He was great.
Yeah, did anyone resent him? I mean, did the guys like him? You know, no one minded him taking over for you?
They already trusted him.
Okay, well, here, what's the difference? This is the same exact circumstances. This is the perfect idea. You could help our son so much.
This is not a switch that he just flipped.
No, honey,
you know?
You know how much pain and danger your children have been involved in because of your business.
Yeah.
So we could change this for our boy, Alec. This could be your second chance, honey. You know? Don't you want to get out? Don't you want to go away? Live a nice, peaceful life with me and Alec? Alec and I went to Sonny's office today, and we saw a dead woman propped up in a chair.
Yeah, about that. Is Alec okay?
I don't know. I don't know if he's okay. And the truth is, the only way I can guarantee for sure moving forward that nothing like that will ever happen to him again is if Sonny gets out of the business. And Sonny can't get out of the business unless he has someone who can take over, who has the knowledge and experience to make that transition run smoothly. And the only person that could do that is you.
It's not fair to put Jason on the spot when you don't truly understand what you're saying.
You guys do this. Yeah, I'll do whatever you need me to do.
I don't know, why are you doing that? Why are you making him leave like that?
Last time I got out of the business, Michael was shot.
I don't know if you're aware, but Luke bailed on rehab the night he checked in.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. Nobody saw this coming.
Well, Lulu didn't. Lucky's devastated. Oh, he's hiding it pretty good.
What does any of this have to do with me?
I want you to talk to Lucky. Get him to reconcile with Luke.
Wait a minute. You want me to say that it wasn't Luke's fault? That Lucky has to accept Jake's death as an accident, and that drinking wasn't even a factor?
I know drinking was a factor. I just think everyone's suffered enough. It's time to start the healing process around here.
No, because I blame Luke. And I respect Lucky too much to tell him otherwise.
All right. You say that it was Luke's arrogance that killed Jake. Yet you're too arrogant to leave the business and set a better example for Michael. How does that make you any better or different than Luke?
So I did speak to Sean, and I'm gonna put someone else on you and Jocelyn.
No, maybe it's not necessary. Jax has his people in place, and we haven't heard one word from Franco.
So, but you're comfortable with Jax's people? You sure they're not spying on you?
Good point. Okay. Well, are Richard and Sal available? Because at least they're funny.
Sure.
I'm gonna miss Sean, you know? He's a solid guy. He didn't deserve what Jax did to him.
I mean, you can't be surprised, Carly.
Of course I'm surprised. Jason, what Jax did was cruel. I'm not used to Jax acting like that. And it's not like Sean's some psycho military serial killer. He was just following orders. He was just doing what he was told.
That's not what Jax says.
I know. But it scares me. I mean, if Jax can take something so personal and horrible to Sean and use it against him, it's just a preview of what he's going to do to you and Sonny at the custody hearing.
Do I always come through for you?
Yeah, of course you come through for me. Always.
I don't know. I mean, I could be the reason you lose Jocelyn.
I already said he was going to drag us all through the mud. So he's going to do that. He's going to talk about your accident, the fact that you're a part of the business, how many times you've been arrested. But you know what? I don't care, because I have faith that the judge is going to see how wonderful you are with Jocelyn and how you've always done anything you could to protect her, and she's never been hurt because of that.
Michael's been hurt because of me.
What's going on? Why are you doing this?
Dante was here. And he encouraged me to talk to Lucky about reconciling with Luke.
Sure, that went over well.
And I refused. But he made a comparison between me and Luke. Like, I know that Luke is addicted to alcohol, and he's arrogant enough to think it doesn't affect him. I'm addicted to this job. I'm addicted to the money and to taking risks. And I've been arrogant enough to think that I can protect the people that I care about.
You're not arrogant at all. And you're nothing like Luke. You're the best person I know. You are. You're good and you're kind.
If I'm so good and generous, why am I still in this business?
Sorry I'm late.
We were supposed to go to dinner.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
It's okay. All right, changing plans. What's going on?
I thought I made peace with this business years ago. Now all of a sudden I'm starting to think maybe I should quit. Dante wants me to reach out to Lucky and basically say that I don't blame Luke for what happened to Jake.
No, that's not fair of Dante to ask you for that.
I understand why he's worried about Lulu.
Yeah, and Lulu is worried about Lucky and Luke. What, it's supposed to make everything okay if you say that you don't blame Luke? Is that what Dante expects?
Well, I turned him down. I mean, he wasn't surprised. He knew it was a long shot, but when he was leaving, he said that Luke's arrogance with drinking and driving isn't all that different from me. Living like I do, breaking laws, taking risks, pretending it doesn't affect the people that I love.
I'm not really sure I buy that comparison.
Look, when I first went to work for Sonny, I didn't care that I was hurting the Quartermains. I didn't care about right or wrong. I wanted to live my life. I wanted to prove to everybody that I wasn't weak and that I didn't need to be protected from myself.
Do you know who you sound like right now?
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why it's so hard for me to argue with him. I sound like a hypocrite. If this business is so wrong, why am I still in it?
So you're tired of the business? I mean, is there something else you want to do?
It might help Carly if I quit, take the argument away from Jackson. I'm a danger to Jocelyn.
No, I don't think it's going to help Carly and Jack's custody fight if you are not doing what you do for a living.
He might choose a better life then.
Or not, because Michael's going to make his own decisions.
Yeah, but at least I'd be setting a good example.
Michael is not going to take your lead and follow you blindly. He's got to figure out what he wants to do on his own, Jason. And I don't know. I think a lot of people would probably argue that Michael would be safer if you stayed in the business.
I don't understand. I thought, you'd want me to quit.
Why? Because if we had a baby, you think it would be safer?
If we did have a child, don't you think he or she would be safer if I did something else?
And let's be realistic here. You can't run away from your past. Everybody knows who you are. The cops would be able to find you. Your enemies would be able to find you. So that's definitely not going to make you safer. So why would you want to do something else? I mean, you can't deny who you are, Jason. You like to take chances. You like to risk your life.
I know, but it's pretty selfish when you think about it. To keep risking myself when other people need me.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the one who's being selfish then. Because I love you just the way you are. And I don't want you to change. Did you give Jake up?
You know why.
Maybe you need to remind us both.
Because I wanted to protect him.
What happened?
He died. Anyway.
Not because of anything you did.
Yeah, but I wasn't with him.
Okay, so maybe you feel like if you chose giving up the mob, you would have been able to keep him safe?
I did make the wrong choice.
Jason, that's just the guilt talking. You're trying to make a reason for it being your fault. But I was there. I know you did everything you could to keep that boy safe.
Obviously not, Sam.
Giving up the business isn't going to bring your son back. And it's not going to guarantee that if you and I were to have a child, our child would have a perfect life.
Yeah, I know.
Do you? I'm not telling you what to do, Jason, any more than you would ever tell me what to do. I'm just asking you to be sure of what you're choosing and why.
If it were up to you, what would you want?
Well, I don't see you being very happy doing anything ordinary.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
I could see you traveling the world.
Oh, you like to travel?
I do. And if you're offering for me to sail away with you, I just might be tempted. And then I start thinking, Jason, you know, about my family, my sisters and my mom, and it's just not really realistic because what would Spinelli do without a PI partner? What would Carly do without her, Jason? She would wind up in jail and probably go crazy, and who would Michael turn to? Just...
So you'd want to stay?
I just want you to be true to yourself. No matter what happens.
That's Bernie, I'm sorry. Bernie. How much did we lose? This thing is really starting to escalate. I gotta shut it down.
Then you better get going. There's a lot of people counting on you.
Thank you for listening to me. Because I'm not sure about a lot right now, but I'm sure about this.